All right. Luka Doncic has finally led his team to a win in the EuroBasket. Gives them a good chance to, well, not a great chance, but there's a chance that they could advance from the Group D, the group stage, to the round of 16. There's 2 games left. 2 games left for Slovenia, and I think their chances are fairly good. Fairly good. The one of the components hasn't won a game, and the other one is pretty good underneath Poland, which is Israel. But I am your host, Ryan Ward. This is the Jello Jiggling podcast, and let's just jump right into it. So Luka today did a pretty good job against Belgium. Uh, Pretty much put them away with relative ease. Made it look like, that this team is not going to just completely roll over in this competition. He became the 5th player to ever in this tournament record a triple double. And you've seen from the small sample size we got at Luka last season, triple doubles come to him pretty easily. But this is the first time he was able to do it. He came close in every other game, but this is the first time he was able to do it. He ended up with 26 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, and 3 steals. The steals thing is what has impressed me the most. The defensive side of the ball from Luka, like everything else, is kind of on par with what he does, right? He is basically a triple double machine, and so I'm not shocked by all that, which is cool. And apparently, it's the 4th since 1995, with Tony Kukoc being the last one who did it in '95 for Croatia. But I like where he's headed, because I had to do some digging on the EuroBasket website, which is just so much different than anything that we're used to, ESPN, yada yada yada. But I was finally able to find his stats, like his averages for what they've done so far, and short sample size, yes, but still was able to pull it up and actually see where he ranks amongst all the teams in the tournament, which is quite a few, including Jokic and Giannis and Markkanen and all those guys putting up big numbers. He's pretty much cream of the crop. Let's see, here we go. Hold on a second. I had this set up the right way. So only the 5th in history to get triple double. Yada. He's averaging 33.8 points. I thought Markkanen would blow him out of the water because he's had some incredible performances, but I think that was mostly exhibition games. Well, Markkanen was right behind him, right? But Luka's leading the way in points, so he's got the highest average. 7.3 rebounds, a little down from his, what he normally does in the NBA season, but still, he's still crashing the glass, which I think is 12th in the tournament. 9.7 assists, that's first, leads the tournament. So he leads the tournament in assists and points, and then 0.8 blocks. But I mean, I shouldn't even really mention that. But 3.3 steals, leads the tournament. He leads the tournament in 3 key categories: 2 on offensive and 1 on defense. Impressed, man. I'm really impressed by just seeing all these numbers. I mean, there is a little bit of a downside. He's not shooting the best. He's not shooting at a Luka kind of level. 42.1% from the floor, and then 30% from deep. But he's lights out from the line. I mean, go figure. 89.4. But those shooting percentages are, and what's funny is I just put all these stats out on Twitter after putting it together, getting ready for this podcast, and people already giving me crap, and I'm like, really? It's like you look at all those numbers, that's incredible, right? Those are incredible numbers, and it's not like there's total bums. I mean, the level competition is a little bit down, right? It's just going to be, because anything compared to the NBA is just not the same level, but still. You got Giannis in there. You got Jokic in there. You got Markkanen in there. You got 3 of the top, not saying Markkanen is, but 3 of the tops with Luka, top 5 players in the NBA right now in this tournament. This is a legit thing. I'm actually kind of surprised. There must be some deal issues with, major networks where they can't air it on TV out here. It's an exclusive with Courtside. 1841, whatever the hell it is. I always get the numbers wrong. But DAZN, DAZN, I bought it through that. Just $10 for this whole tournament, right? It's for the month, and then it becomes a monthly thing. But you can just do it for the tournament. This was I did, and they got an awesome app that I have on my Mac that I've been watching. And I just went through the highlights again before he got on here, just they've got a 10-minute clip, and I think there's like a 3-minute clip where you just watch the top plays of the game, and obviously Luka's all over him. Um, but it's a good deal. It's a good deal from what I've seen so far, and I like it, man. It's like there like one guy was like, "Oh, just shut it down, just get ready for the season, go back to LA." I'm like, what? At what point was actually playing basketball taking a backseat to just being healthy? Like you take a risk every time you walk on concrete. You know what I mean? You go outside, like you get hurt doing anything, right? Slipping in the shower, like got the first game of the season, you could get hurt. It's just why is it such a why does everybody have to be wrapped in bubble wrap before they can play in the NBA season? I don't understand this. Or even during the NBA season, it's like, oh, play a game, but don't do back to backs. Like, play, but you got a lingering injury, just sit. It's like, what are you friggin' worried about? I mean, I get, like torn Achilles injuries are up, right? We saw what 3 in the playoffs, and then 2 with the how, or was it Lillard, Halliburton, and Tatum? I mean, those are huge names, and I get that, but it's like that stuff just happens. It just happens. You can't control it, and I think the more that you try to control it, these things happen even more because you're too damn careful. So your body isn't ready when it hits the floor. It just bothers me because my generation growing up, and I'll be called a boomer. I mean, like whatever label you want to give me, I don't really give a crap. It's just it's this is the way things are done. Like it's just, and I made the example like, well, I don't remember anybody giving Kobe crap when he was going full out trying to be the best defensive player on Team USA, who became the best all around player, right, during the Redeem team and all that. I don't remember once anybody say, "Shut it down. Got to get ready for the season. It's super important." No. And then the guy came back, "Well, that's our country." So like Luka can't do this for his country? I mean, as I'm British, right? I am a British citizen. I was born in Northern Ireland because my both of my parents are in the British Army. And I just happened to be stationed there at that time. But I get a lot of crap for that. They call me Irish. And anyway, so I'm English, right? It's just we don't we got our asses kicked by Luka in the exhibition round. You don't hear me freaking out, but like he's not. Let him just do him. Like, it's his choice. I mean, yes, it was an injury scare with the knee. I get it, but he got up, badass mofo, like, and he gets back on the floor and keeps going. And now he's still doing amazing things. It didn't stop him whatsoever. But like, where is this shift in mentality where you have to coddle everybody? Everybody has to be protected, like they're like like a prized possession that you put in a case, and or like a collectible or something, and then you can look at it, but you got to put it right back, right? Like, no, I respect people that are more durability and they're willing to risk this stuff. Like, I don't want somebody that's gonna be like, "Oh, I need to rest. I need to be perfect." Like, no, no, no. It's a sport. It's a physical sport. I think injuries happen. It's part of the game, right? Like, I'm sure hockey players just laugh at this shit. Like, what are they're worried about him getting hurt? It happens. People play hurt all the time. Like, it's just let him do it. This is what he wants to do. He wants to represent his country, and I respect the hell out of that. Let him go do it. I know this is a rant here, but I just felt like I had to say something. It's like I post all these stats, and I thought they were amazing. And one guy knocking on the field goal percentage, which isn't great, but I would be more concerned if the whole thing was going to shit rather than just field goal percentage. And it's more the 3-point percentage because he takes a lot of threes, but he still lights out from the line. He's leading in assists. He's leading in steals, for Christ's sake. That's the one thing that people were like harking on him, right? Like, he can't play defense, and he's leading in steals. 3.3. That's impressive. I mean, that's impressive in the NBA, for Christ's sake. Like, why not we focus more on the positive stuff than the negative crap all the time? It's like I feel like that's what happens these days with social media. It's like somebody will post something, right, from their perspective or whatever it may be, and people go out of their way to, well, let me see, where's the crack in this? Where's the flaw? Where's the the negative that I could just dive into? Like, and it's always something so small. It's like positive, negative, right? Like, it's like 90% positive, 10% negative. But let's just focus on this tiny little freaking thing right here. No, no, let's not. How about we just start uplifting people rather than just tearing them down for some tiny freaking thing? And it's like that's just the way we're all getting wired. It's sad that way. And I know this is a basketball podcast, and I'm going a little off the rails here, but it just pisses me off. It's just why do that? Just focus on the good stuff. I didn't even think I thought, yeah, okay, that sucks. That's not a great shooting percentage at all. But everything else is incredibly impressive. I mean, he's blowing everybody out the water, including Giannis and Jokic. And I mean, they're not winning games as much, but they've only played what, 3? They're 1-2. They win on Tuesday, they're 2-2. They win on Thursday, they're 3-2. When all of a sudden they've got a chance, they've got a shot. So it's in that window. And if he doesn't, whatever, shut it down, and then he can go and do that crap. But don't say that. Like, what's the whole point is to watch basketball. It's to watch good basketball. That's watching a guy who only comes around once in a generation. Like, it's generational talent. You want to watch every ounce of basketball the guy has, because yes, it could end at any moment. It could. It's the way the basketball gods work, right? Sometimes they're just not fair to guys like Brandon Roy and like Grant Hill, and it's it happens. But you can't be like so scared of it where you're protecting them like a kid. That's like raising a kid and being like, oh, you can't do anything, and the kid knows nothing when it's time to actually live his life. Like, well, what are you doing? You got to scratch your knees. You got to get out there. You got to do things to learn on the fly. Like learn from experience. Luka's 26, for Christ's sake. Like, let him be. He's a kid still. At least, from my perspective, he's still a kid. But whatever. Say what you want. Anyway, so this is how it's going to work from here on out. So Group D standings. In fact, I have to do a plug here because we are sponsored by FanDuel now, which I think is dope. And see it right there, FanDuel logo. So we got to do some numbers. Okay, that was a short break. Short break. I was so into the stats and ranting about people giving me crap that I didn't check this before I got on. But okay, so on FanDuel, you can bet on EuroBasket. You can. And Serbia, Nikola Jokic's team, is top dogs, plus 125 to win the whole thing. Germany with Dennis Schroeder, they're next, and then France with a bunch of guys not named Victor Wembanyama. Watching them the other day against Slovenia, I was like, holy hell! If you put Victor Wembanyama in this mix, they're winning, and I don't think it's close. And then Greece, Giannis, and then you gotta go quite a ways down. Then you get to Slovenia at plus 3,300. I mean, it would take a pretty amazing stretch to for Slovenia to win this whole thing. I think they're good, but only because Luke is so damn good, right? That he just draws so much attention that even guys that aren't very good can get wide open looks and stuff. It's like they make a lot of rookie type mistakes and guys that you could tell are just so not top level, but he does. I mean, like today, they beat the crap out of Belgium. So, and I saw a lot of guys kind of step up and Lucas hitting them. I mean, he's leading the league in his, tourney in assists. So that's a long shot for sure, but that's a great payout if you get it, right? Even if you put a little bit down. In fact, I think I'm going to do that after this, just for the fun of it, man. Yes, it might be Serbia, Germany, France, Greece, maybe some, outs like Lithuania or Italy or something, or Latvia, which I think is Porzingis' squad. But I wouldn't mind saying they don't have the odds for the next game for Slovenia, which is actually Tuesday against Iceland. But I think the point spread is going to be huge. I mean, not gigantic, huge. It still might be in single digits, but Iceland hasn't won a game. They're garbage. They're 0-3. Um, but the way this thing is going, it's like I didn't think Slovenia would give France much of a run. I thought France was that much better, and they got some really good players on that team. Um, but it's like Sarr and Riche, I think they're their top two guys right now. There's no Gobert, there's no Wemby, obviously, but they're still that good, right? I mean, you throw those guys on there, and that front line is just crazy. Um, but the way that they played there, I was like, okay, these guys have a chance. I mean, it's one of those situations where literally everything has to go right. But I still believe that team could do something fun and interesting. And even if it's they get bounced in the next round, the round of 16 or whatever. I like I said, I'm just a basketball purist. I love the game. That's why I got into this business in the first place. Couldn't play at the highest level, so this is how I get my fix. Right? Is I watch guys that stun me, that really make me go, oh my god, that is just incredible. I mean, I've played with some great players in the past, and I've seen how they go and how much they dominate and just pick up and all that. But just to see what Luka can do and how he does it consistently, and it's just incredible. And he just takes it. You just never know where it's going to go, right? I mean, he could just drop 50 on any given night. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Kobe. That's the last time I got this feeling from a guy who plays for the Lakers. But and an AD at times, and LeBron's had his moments, but he's just on another level, I think, in my opinion. So I just love watching him play. I just love watching him play the game. That's what it's all about. It's not about saving strength and conserving and being so protective. It's just I don't know where that mentality came from. The best, technology compared to the past. I mean, not the best, but you know what I'm saying? Like everything is so much more advanced than it used to be when guys were grinding and playing 82 games all the time. It's like Jordan. I think he played 82 games like 6 or 7 times during his career, like some crazy number that was just be unheard of now. Guys nowadays only play that maybe once or twice in their whole career. It's just crazy. It's just totally different. Yet we have better training staffs. We have this, we have that. They get taken care of. They're on charter flights. It's like they want for nothing. But then again, those guys are like on commercial flights, and it's just totally it's a totally different era. But it's soft in my opinion, just in comparison. So like, why cuddle them? Like maybe the cuddling is the reason why they're getting hurt so much. Um, anyway, we get beyond that. So Group D standings right now. Poland has already advanced. They're secure. They have 3-0 record. They're already locked in. Israel is 2-1, which is important. France is 2-1. Slovenia is 1-2. Belgium is 1-2, and Iceland's 0-3. So Belgium and Iceland are below. So obviously there's only 2 games left in the group stage. So the next 2 games are crucial for Slovenia to advance. I think they get Iceland fairly easy. I mean, you never know. Anything can happen, but they get that one 2-2. Obviously Israel's huge because that would be that next team. That's the last team they're going to face on Thursday. They beat them, and it might be a lock. They might have to win both games. Kind of think that they're going to have to, but I think there's a chance. So depending on how they play, if they have another dominant performance again, from today carrying over to Iceland, then I think there's a good chance. There's a good chance to get in that round of 16, and then obviously competition gets tougher, and we'll see where that goes from there. So it's the 4 best teams in the group. Slovenia is now 4 out of those 6, and so they're just hanging on for dear life. But I just don't see, because it would be Belgium that knocks them out, right? And you saw how they played today. I mean, they didn't really stand a chance. But so the round of 16 starts on September 6th, but Slovenia won't play until the 7th if they advance. It's just the way the schedule works out. In terms of historic perspective, they finished 6th in the last EuroBasket, and they won it all in 2017. This is Slovenia. So it's not like these guys have never got to the top. You know what I mean? Or been in contention. So we got Iceland on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and then last Israel on Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So it's still decent times. I know everybody's working, but the cool thing with the DAZN app, and I'm not promoting them, I'm just enjoying from the perspective of subscribing, is you can watch the replay. Like I said, you can watch the whole game. You can watch 10 minutes. You can watch 3 minutes of condensed highlights, which is awesome. And they're clear. I haven't had a problem. When it was live against France, there was an audio thing in the beginning, but it cleared up after 10 minutes or so. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to keep watching. I want to see how this is. He's also second in minutes in this tournament, 33.8. The other guy ahead of him, I didn't recognize his name, but I think he's from Poland. He's like their top guy. So I hope this continues. I hope we get to see more elite Luka basketball. And the way he's going, it just seems like he's getting a little bit better and better. Yes, the shooting sucks, and I hope that gets better. But I am glad that he is filling up the stat sheet, because ultimately that's what matters. To fill up the stat sheet and get wins. Okay, in terms of FanDuel, I'm going to pivot a little bit here to Lakers stuff. But FanDuel, so they've got NBA Finals winner, right? And some of the top ones are pretty predictable. OKC is the favorite right now, plus 240. I mean, pretty sizable favorite, because the next one down is Cleveland at plus 700. And then the Knicks at 850. And then the Nuggets, surprisingly, are the next West team at 850 as well. And the Houston Rockets at 900. Orlando Magic is actually dead even with the Lakers right now at plus 1,700. And for people that don't bet often or just don't get the way it all works, because it is kind of confusing, I'm not going to lie. If you were to bet $100 on the Lakers at plus 1,700, you win $1,700, right? That's the way it works. So for every 100 is what you get in the plus column, right? It's just what, if you bet like this. This is I mean, you can bet all sorts of ways these days, but that's the gist of it. So the Lakers have, so there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Well, 5 teams ahead of them, and then they're tied with Orlando. It's kind of, does that make sense though? Does that make sense that Orlando's dead even with the Lakers? Would you say that? Is it because the East is just so weak? It's the only thing I could think of that way. But I mean, okay, well, put it in perspective this way. If you were to bet, right, and so you take both of them, just separately, right, to win the NBA Finals, who do you think has a better chance? I would say the Lakers, right? But then again, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. That's possible, but that's what the odds are on FanDuel. This stuff changes all the time. And you go underneath the Lakers, you got the Timberwolves at 1,800, the Clippers at 1,800, Golden State Warriors at 2,700. That's kind of crazy. And then the Atlanta Hawks at 33 and the Mavericks at 35. So these are pretty interesting. I mean, it is tough to kind of bet against anybody but OKC at the moment, just because they're young, they've hit their stride. They're going to be the team to beat unless they get hurt. I think the Knicks are kind of high, but and Denver too. But interesting. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to throwing some coin down on that on FanDuel. Why not? But I'm going to wrap it up here. We'll try and keep these things short and sweet. So we're just under 25 minutes. But until next time, Tuesday, I think I'm going on the Laker Nation pod tomorrow, while our Lakers Nation fantasy draft is happening at the same time. So that's going to make for some pretty good entertainment, because I think it's me, Trevor hosting, obviously, Matt, the Optimus Peralta, and Ron Gutterman going all at the same time. So this is good. That'll be fun. That'll be an entertaining pod. But anyway, until next time, I will see you later.